gotta know why. Art is hard because it comes right from the heart, and how I love to make it. Oh, how I love to make it. How I love to make it come to life. You see, an artist is kind of like a Dr. Frankenstein. There was nothing, and then there was a spark of creativity, and then there was something. So, in a way, Dr. Frankenstein was a lot like God. I think there were parallels there, that's for sure. What makes a God? Just something that gives life? Something that takes it away? Or knows the difference between the both? Art, arty, 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 art. In my heart. Well, hello, Rose. What? The church I go to is live? Hey, Story, I just came to say hi because I'm sick right now. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. That just ain't no fun. That ain't no fun for anyone. Ooh, I've got to turn my Wi-Fi off, I just realized. Because... Well, hello, Savage. Hello. Let's see if I can put some mood music on. Has anybody ever heard of Story Grub? Let's see. Oh, I don't even know what I have on here. I have to listen to my own crap most of the time, or my friends' crap, because everything's crap. That's all. Everything's crap. There's a band called Grub. I just saw that there's a band called Grub. And now I'm going to have to find out who they are so I can destroy them again. I woke up like, ew, Rose, that's gross. Don't talk to me about that. I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. What the devil? Oh, I see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now I can get to work. Oops. Oh. In order to create, first you must destroy. Whoa. Bye, Rose. You feel better now. As long as you feel better, Rose, I'm feeling better all the time. Just so you know, Rose. Well, Savage, I think that the museum needs to come to me. And that's why I'm offering any museum out there a free membership to my Wheel of the Month Club. That way after 4 months, you get 4 wheels and a bucket seat. Oh, this thing keeps moving. It's not gonna work. There we go. I just gotta be more gentle. Well, I think it's bacon. Probably bacon. I don't like eating bacon because I don't like eating. It's just like, you know, I don't like eating humans, but I do it for the power. I do it for the satiation of liquids and knowledge. So, what I get from the pig is much different than what I would get from a human, for example. It's all the same to me at the end of the day. Thank you for the question. I think you guys are beautiful. What the heck? I probably don't, you know. It's if there's one thing I'm good at drawing, it's breath. And, you know, we only have think about it, in your lifetime, you only have a limited amount of breath before it all goes away. It's a trip. Just like a certain amount of, like somebody was saying, a certain amount of sunsets. You're only going to see like 36 sunsets in your life. Unless you live on the frickin' moon. In which case I do. Moonbase 14, represent. The question is, do I draw better than you? That's the real question here. And that's all my viewers want to know. All -3 of them. Most of my viewers haven't even been born yet. And I'm working on that. I'm working on that. That's why you have children, so they become your best fans and your worst enemies at the same time. Pushes you to change and to evolve as an artist and to clear your throat when you need to. That really helps. It's all about the little details. I don't think there's such a thing as a better artist. I see good art and I see bad art, and it's all the same to me. I don't even see color. No, I don't like to do that kind of stuff. If I can sell my work, that's one thing, but I'm not like a carnival artist. I used to think I could do that kind of stuff, and I have drawn portraits of people. That's for darn sure, Savage. Thank you for the very thoughtful idea. I'm not trying to knock it down. I'm just saying, I've realized over the years what kind of artist I am. And it's taken me a long time to realize what kind of artist I am. And more importantly, what kind of artist I'm not. And it's hard enough just selling stuff, let alone putting yourself out there in such a way. It's a very vulnerable thing. And it takes a certain amount of skill to be able to go out in public and do that kind of stuff. It's hard right now where I'm doing the mural. And it's like right on the street, and it really does take away from my ability to just focus on the piece. Because I feel like I'm just always being watched. But I feel like that all the time anyways, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just here to get the ideas out anymore, as fast as I can, as much as possible, before I kick the bucket. Right now, that's my only goal in life, to exist so I can make art. I'm a vessel for that. I have no friends. Most of my family doesn't talk to me. I would say 99% of my family doesn't talk to me except for my mom and my aunt. I had a really good talk with an old friend the other day, though, so that was awesome. Somebody who I love very much and have known for a very long time. Okay, you be careful in the shower, don't slip. Let's draw some lips. Let's put a little smile down here. It's a nice little smile. A little more light down there. Good morning, Paso. I felt the eye of God on my shoulder. And I thought, are you just passing by? Are you gonna stick around for a while? And then God said, shut the fuck up, you little flea. And I said, fair enough. And then we both went about our day. And so far, so good. It's really clicking. It's really clicking like a bunch of Beatles over here. Really clicking together. Clackling and clicking and whatnot. Mostly not. Then what? But what not? If I were gonna put out another album, it would be Story Grub and the Whatnots. And it would just be a bunch of meat popsicles standing in a row, waiting to catch the bus. Well, to be fair, I have a trapdoor, and I did hit the button, and that's where how you really dropped out. I was feeling kind of frisky, and I saw you on the cameras the other day, dude. I saw what you did to the coffee, and so I hit the button, and bye bye you went. It was just for a while, just so you didn't get too lost in the weeds, so to speak. Oh, wait, you can see that. Where does it stop? Right there. Okay, don't go past that. I have 3 days off in a row now. And I think I'm gonna write a song today, like a rap song, and make it into a short. And it's gonna go something like this. Hold on just 1 second. Hold on. Okay, here we go. How's it go? Yeah. Arty art smart. Smart art. On the weekend, I like to make art. Every other day as well, I'm making art and stuff. Don't come around here. I'm a big deal in things and stuff. Boom, 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 boom. In my room, making art with my buddy. Inside my head, my brain is weird. My shoes are big. My hair is, oh my god, it's everywhere. It's gonna probably garner about 12 views in a few years. I guarantee you that. But I do think it would be kind of fun to do that. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet. But I'm planning on it. I'm planning to. Coop, coop, coop. And that's how the West was won. Oh my god, I just burped. There was like 3 burps in there. I felt them coming up from the bottom. And now I do feel better. Holy shit, I feel better. I think everybody should let out a little burp right now if you can. You might feel better. There we go. And now let's make those teeth look a little bit more three-dimensional. Like that. Doesn't take much to make something look cool. You know what I mean? This was just a blank piece of paper before I started working on it. And now it's a piece of shit. But still, it's something. It's literally something now. But I look at blank pieces of paper and I see things on them, and I wish I could live there. And I wish I could exist there, like my little characters. And maybe I do. Maybe I always have. Or not. This is my friend Sleepy Seahorse. I would call this style of art filling in the gaps. That's all I'm kind of doing. And you just build. I had this idea last night about a quick tutorial I could do, you know, just like a minute or two long, and I mean edit it obviously, but edit it together down to like 1 or 2 minutes and make a short tutorial. Even how to do a zine. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys my comic book. Get out of my way, garbage bag.
I'm sorry, sorry.
Oh shit, you talk?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't mean to kick you like that. You...
Oh, don't touch me. That hurts.
Sorry, dude. Damn. Is there anything that's not sentient around here?
Yeah.
Who said that? The chair? Is that the chair?
You're sitting on me.
No. Oh, damn it. Now I'm gonna feel weird about that. Okay. I just put these together. I'll flip the camera around. How about that? I'll try. So, I made the comic book, a comic book. And it's on 8x12 paper. And you basically just, you know, you make strips. I made little comic strips. I got like a thicker cardstock for the cover. Just a little bit thicker. And that way it sort of feels like a book. But on the inside there's like all these little pages. There's like 3 pages. So altogether there's 8 or whatever it is. Maybe there's 4. But it's a good way just to go and quickly, instead of having to shape things like in a dramatic way, you can just shrink them down to a simple 8x12. You can go home and construct the pages. I made like, the proofs are around here somewhere. I don't know where they are, but like I taped all this stuff just to like these pages, and then photocopied them, double-sided. That way, you know, it shows like my little thoughts and ideas, and sometimes lyrics. I'll illustrate lyrics and dreams, just stuff like that, you know. Then it's just in an 8x12 piece of paper, and it's really simple. So yeah, and I made about 25 of them. And I have a big long stapler, so I just lay them down flat over the stapler and just, and so they're stapled right in the middle. Anyways, back to the drawing. 300 people just stopped watching me for some reason. Can't keep up. Maybe if I was talking about politics or something, or how bad. I mean, I do that from time to time. I guess I do get higher ratings. I was thinking about reviewing movies, and just like going like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. It's pretty good. Next. People told me that I was the best movie reviewer that they ever met, until they met others. And now I'm their last. So who am I to talk about movies? I did. I like making them and just like leaving them places. In Portland it was easier because to make a bunch of those and just like leave them at bus stops and stuff. I would leave art at bus stops and then go by an hour later and they'd be one of my drawings or pieces would be gone. Even magnets, I made a bunch of magnets before I left, and I would just leave them around Portland, and I would go walking by that spot like 20 minutes later and it was already like somebody already snagged it. Of course they could just be like the janitor, you know, but sometimes I would actually leave paintings because I get off the bus at like 6 in the morning or something like that, heading towards work, another 13 blocks by foot. And I would just see us. There was like I would always like scout the spots out beforehand, of course, to like usually spots that are pretty hidden. That way, some janitor would be less likely to see it. Kind of some janitorial person, you know, like city worker kind of thing. But I would just leave them in the shadows. So by the time the sun started coming up, you know, there's a lot of traffic on the street or passerbys, and they would just snag it up. I did a painting of the street that I lived on right before I left too. Man, I should find the footage of that and make it into a. But I did an interesting sort of like surrealist, realistic thing of the street, really colorful. And then I mounted it on this sort of, you know, thing with wheels, this stand, and put it out next to the scene that I painted outside. And it was so fucking trippy because it was actually pretty big. And god dang, I was like crazy right before I left Portland. And I put it outside, and within like 2 days, somebody came and snagged it in the broad daylight. Somebody just went and grabbed it because it was there that morning. And then around noon, I went back out there and it was gone. So somebody just, maybe they assumed it was free, but it obviously was like, I knew it could have gotten stolen too. So I just took a lot of pictures and waited in a sense. Oh, okay. This is the music that I play for my grandma in order for her to get ready for going to Burger King to work to pay for my art habit. Hey Grandma, time to get up. Let's go. Time to get on the job.
Do I have to today? I'm not feeling so.
Shut up, Grandma, just go and do it. Yeah, just splash some water on her face, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Do I need to turn the music up?
No.
Okay, well, I'll turn it down then.
Thank you.
Shush, just go and do what I told you. She's so sweet. I love her so much. Hey, Jordan. I was just talking about you. All good, I hope. So strange. Funny how that works. That's so odd. How are you, Jordan? Passer, what is a clever idea? How? I mean, that's all I say is clever stuff. How am I supposed to differentiate? What? Jordan, what? About what? What do you what? What? Don't get lippy with me. I'm just trying to draw, and you're asking all these questions? This song always reminds me of Terminator. The original, for some reason. Dang it, I keep forgetting. Well, and about that last question, Jordan, I'll tell you. It's a long story, but basically, about 300 billion years ago, I was born, right? I was born, and I never really got over it. So one day I went down to the soda pop fountain and decided to make cherry cakes with the acid that I had found in the water. And then I realized that nothing I was witnessing was true, and nothing I was saying was real, and everything was a lie. And so it was then and there that I decided to go back to school and learn from, basically from the masters, who taught me that I was absolutely already on the right track. They reassured me that I was, as they sent me on my way, flute in hand, with the rats of the city following me. in a single file line, no less. It was a long time ago, Jordan. But I like to think that it felt like it was somewhat like yesterday, even though it was like 2 weeks ago. So, just wanted to let you know that. Absolutely not. I don't know why you want. I don't know why you want to wield that kind of power, Jordan. But that you do makes me quite nervous. It's only those who don't ask that get the fly in the butter with the ointment at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, that's okay too, because I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Do I? No, I don't. I don't even know what voice that is supposed to be, or the accent or whatever. Neither do I. Fair enough. Can we get back on track now? We were talking about something earlier. Right, what was it? I don't remember. Well, neither do I. Must have not been important. That's not true. Just because you can't remember something doesn't mean it's not important. You know, people forget that people are fucking dying all around us all the time. 100 times a day. And we're dying inside out. We're constantly, like, teetering on the edge of destruction and absolute, well, oblivion. And yet we act like everything's okay. Yeah, you got a point. I didn't make points. Old fools like me don't make points. We just live in them. Like pigeons. On a park bench with pointy little things on it for the homeless. God bless the pigeons. Friendly banter and good eating. This, alright, which is my other one? I think it's the first one. It's this one, I think. Or this one. Let's do this one. No. Yep, this one. Sorry. Oh, good. Yeah, I finally have a little setup that I really like, and I actually can read the comments at the same time too. And so that means I can use my tablet for music and stuff too. I don't have many devices. But what I have, it's nice to hear that what I have works a bit. I think the one time, or the main times I make people moderators, Jordan, is when there's somebody that comes along in the chat or something, and they're like being kind of rude. And usually there's somebody there at the same time who's been chatting with me maybe. But I'll make them a moderator just to kind of give them the power to get rid of that person for me because I'm busy. But like Passive, for example, he's stuck it out for a long time. I don't remember the early days of how you even started coming to my channel. It's interesting to think about now. But because I've lost a lot of moderators too. Like I'm sure they're still my moderators, but they just moved on. But they're always welcome, and I think they know that. But it's usually like it's just I'm in need of one at that moment, And usually there's somebody that I trust, and it takes a while for me to develop a trust for somebody on this site and in the real world as well. So no offense, it's just that I also don't want to just oversaturate my chat with a bunch of moderators. I kind of stagger it for now. Yeah. Mod pod. Well, I was on drugs at the time, and so that makes sense. Some things never change. I keep drawing off camera. The curator from the art gallery downtown is going to come over to my place tomorrow and look at all my work, and we're going to have a sit down about it. And we've got to pick out 30 or 18 pieces, illustrations. Which I have. I just picked 20. I picked 20 out of my 37 that I made. And now we got to narrow it down to 18. But these are the drawings that, not this one, but the ones that I did last year that I'm showing at this art gallery. Those are the drawings that literally changed my life. And why I'm just more than happy to just give myself over to art no matter what from now on. Before anything. But even though I was already sort of doing that, but now it's just like, nope, I'm conscious of it. Because I thought I could have relationships with people and a partner of some kind, but I don't think I can. I can't give them the kind of attention they might deserve or crave. It would take somebody really special. Or ignorant. Yeah, Gecko changed his name and then he went bye-bye. But I think I had a rough time with Gecko at first. Like, because he was really snarky. And he would say things and I'm like, I don't know what this person's doing. But then he became a friend. Crap. Kind of messed that one up. Savage, don't assume that I was being serious. You should know me better than that. Besides, like I said, I would never knock anybody like that for whatever they have. It takes a different kind of person to do that kind of stuff. And I didn't mean a circus. I think I said carnival. Or did I say circus? Circus as well. But, you know, like I just mean like those people at the fair, you know, that you see when they're doing those quick portraits. I can't do that shit. I look at people like that and I think it's freaking amazing. You know what I mean? So I definitely would never knock anybody for that kind of work because I think it's extraordinary. I can kind of do, if you were sitting in front of me, I could kind of do something rough and I'm sure I would get better at it. But there's a certain technique with that kind of stuff that's just out of this world. But yeah, they all pretty much just work at the one circus downtown. Tell Ed would like a special request from me. Hi, Bliss. Follow your bliss. Yeah, but it's Savage. Just answer that a little bit to respond. That's what I was trying to say. I guess I didn't finish my thought. Is that my brain doesn't work like that. You know, I'm doing this mural right now, and I don't even want to go back over there because it doesn't even feel like my own mural anymore. Because I got so many like suggestions that I felt pressured into doing this drawing that I didn't even want to do, and that's when my, you know, I know who, like what I meant by like I know what kind of artist I am because I tried that kind of stuff for a long time, and I have done commissions. And I do still do commissions, but usually people just give me like a lot of freedom. you know, because what I'm trying to say is like when it gets too strict or too like, oh, can you draw? Because people will be like, oh, can you draw Bruce Lee with nunchucks? I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do a million other drawings, and then these people look at my art and they're like, can you draw Bruce Lee? And I'm like, what? No, you know, there's plenty of other artists out there that would. I'm not that kind of an artist because my brain doesn't work like that. Like it's just not enjoyable to me. And for me, it has to be spontaneous. Oop, shit. It has to be spontaneous and somewhat, you know, um, just I don't know. There has to be something else going on for me to do it. It's not that I necessarily don't even want to. I wish I could be that kind of an artist, but I'm not. Because I could actually maybe have a day job as an artist or something, or make more money. But there's this certain level of self-sabotage that's embedded in me. That definitely rears its ugly head from time to time. Keeps me on the down low, but it also keeps me humble and brilliant and genius-like, godlike, if you will. But very humble. It is close to finish. I worked on it the other day for a little bit. I was gonna work on it this morning, but I couldn't bring myself to go over there. But it's getting close. I know you. Not your name, but your game. I know the real you. What is that? From Pump Up the Volume? Yep, I'm gonna find it. I know you. Not your name, but your game. Pump Up. It's funny that movie's called Pump Up the Volume. One second. That's weird that I just can't find it. Like it's just not right there. Dang it. How is that not in here anywhere? There's this not funny poem, but that the girl says, but it sounds like that. Anyways, I got distracted. Oops. Dang it. It's kind of hard to work around this thing, but I'm trying. See, with this pen, you gotta go over the same spot so many times. Or at least I do, in order to get the desired darkness or whatever, you know? Or even just a nice clean line. And I was thinking that would be... I really wish the fucking thing would stop moving. What, those freaking encyclopedias aren't heavy enough? Son of a gun. Hold on, I gotta weight this son of a gun down. Gun down? That's better. Now we can really, really get this thing going. Off the charts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I had to pick the loud chair. But this is really the breakup album, and it just doesn't. No. Okay. That's a little better. It's not moving. Looks like the lens of my camera is kind of foggy. Of course, there's a lot of fog in this house. There's ghosts. There's ghosts in the walls. But as long as you walk around with a black cat in your arms at all times, usually it's just fine. Ain't nothing to see here. Perfect. Except for that part. Now it's finally turning into something. There, little lines make such the difference. chin on this beast. And if you look at it from the ways away, oh, there we go. It finally has a little baby chin. Which actually look more like little testicles, but that's okay. That's kind of okay. Because at the end of the day, anything can look like little testicles or whatever. Everybody knows that. That ain't no secret. Hell, I was raised on a farm and everything looked like testicles. Everything was talking about, everybody was talking about testicles. Hey, y'all go to school looking at the, like teacher, checking testicles coming out of the shorts and stuff. No, those are the days. It was the 80s, different time. It was countrified. Testicle Tuesday is what they called it. Anywho, yeah. Ain't even worth mentioning anymore. Everybody gets all nostalgic about the 80s, but they don't ever remember Testicle Tuesdays. Yeah, it's coming together. I just want to do something right there. I don't know what to do. Maybe this. Sorry. It gets quite violent in here at times. There's just a little head thing coming out of there. Just some kind of monster. Doesn't even have a name yet. What shall we name him? Lippy. Let's name him Lippy. It's better than Cheeky. Lippy doesn't have an upper lip. That's why his nose looks so big. He hides it behind a beautiful smile, as you can see. Stretches to heaven and back. That smile. beautiful, wonderful little man-eater. Also known for his wonderful, wonderful singing voice. Nobody remembers. It was the 80s. There we go. In you go there. And now you shall live on forever in my drawing, beautiful one. We're coming up on the hour, friends. That means we're going to have to put on our hats and go outside with our lunch boxes and share our little lunch with the world. The world is your oyster. All you have to do is go out there and catch it and eat it and swallow the pearl whole. Try not to choke on it. It's the best thing that you can do, honestly. Is try not to choke on the pearl of life. There we go. Oh, don't do that. Imagine that you say sorry 100 times a day. Expect me to play. Imagine that they sent many gods to be my friend till the end. Pretend they don't want to destroy me or deeply annoy me or simply employ me as a means to an end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Imagine that you're pro-life and yet you celebrate war games. Then expect me to pray. All that's left to do is second guess this mess of ours. Because they want to ignore me. They know they can't afford me, because they do bore me. It's boring. Imagine that you say sorry 1,000 times a day and expect me to play all night and all day. And with those wonderful magical words. Alright, y'all take care of yourselves now. Later, Passer. I'll probably come on later, who knows. But for now, I've gotta take care of some business. And learn how to giggle correctly. Bye. Have a wonderful day. You too. I appreciate the company.